They just aren't.
I mean, the White House has provided.
You can make announcements, and he also did admit that he actually.
So you just don't believe it.
Check out this video. So this is Scott Jennings, who is like the sole lone sane voiceover on CNN. He's shutting down the nonsense about DOGE being not transparent, and you'll see what the meme makers of the internet did with it. It's quite good.
He's not been transparent. I mean, there may be.
They are making routine announcements about the things they are finding, and they are inviting questions about the things they are finding every single day.
But by definition, he's not being transparent. They're not providing data for the things that they say they have found evidence of. They just aren't.
I mean, the White House has provided.
You can make announcements, and he also did admit that he actually.
So you just don't believe it. I mean, they are providing information. You just choose not to believe that it's true.
Do you see why they want to censor the internet? Like, that's exactly it right there. Kate Bouldan, I think that's her name on CNN. It's like they're not being transparent, and then there you go. They are doing this in the. It's unimaginable how transparent this is actually relative to the last 4 years, isn't it? Jeffrey.
Yeah, they just don't want to believe it. I don't know if you watched the press conference with Elon the other day when he had little X, on his shoulders.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. But he explained something really interesting in that I was so intrigued by this. He was trying to account for why is it there are Social Security recipients who are 150 years old continue to get payments, and he made this funny remark that he doesn't know anybody that's 150 years old, and if there is such a person, they should be famous. He made this remark, but he explained that within the government, that the entire thing is about minimization of complaints. So what he explained this that if you're sending millions of dollars out or billions of dollars out or whatever, and you start asking questions about it, and you deny the payment, then you're going to get emails and phone calls, complaints, and have to do work to explain why you've denied the payment. It's much easier just to let it go through, even if it doesn't pass accounting standards. And this has been going on for decade after decade after decade. It's just like bleeding money. It's just been pouring out with nobody really entirely aware of where it's going, and nobody exercising any kind of controls. This is what happens when you put an administrative state in charge of the world's biggest, most powerful government with an unlimited printing press. They go crazy, and they've been going crazy for apparently since 1946. And DOGE is the first person who's like the first institution that's actually looking at this. And Trump is so scandalized by it that he's now passed an executive order giving DOGE access to anything and everything within the government. They need to go in there and at least look at the books, get read-only access as a predicate to getting the auditors in and figuring out. Listen, we've got 4 years of amazing revelations coming towards us. If we're really going to get independent audits of the IRS and the Federal Reserve and all at 425 agencies, we're going to find out some unbelievable things.